Unless you've been living under a rock, maybe in a cave, possibly on top of a mountain, you will have heard about Chat GPT, which is the AI-powered chatbot that basically will answer your questions, will give you information, will create documents, will write text, will do code, do all kinds of really cool stuff. And a lot of people on the internet, especially Twitter, are saying that this is going to be the end of Google. Chat GPT is going to murder Google. It's the Google killer that we've been waiting for.
Here's Johnny.
I don't know if we've been waiting for it. But anyway, Google certainly needs disrupting a little bit anyway. They've become far too comfortable. But is Chat GPT going to do that? Can it really replace our beloved search engine Google? Well, in this video, I'm going to attempt to find out. I'm going to put the two up against each other in a versus kind of battle. I'm going to be asking both Google and Chat GPT for the same thing. I've got 10 different things, in fact, I'm going to ask them, from creating code to giving me bits of information, all that kind of stuff. And, well, we're going to find out if Google can be replaced by Chat GPT, or maybe it's a little bit more complicated than that. Now, if you haven't yet tried Chat GPT, you'll find a link to it in the description. Go check it out. I should warn you, it is very busy. It is at capacity, in fact, and it's quite difficult to get on at the moment. But I actually put a video up the other day on an alternative that's just as good as ChatGPT. There's that video there. Go check that out. But anyway, let's jump on the computer and let's get ChatGPT and Google fighting each other to see which one will reign supreme. Let's go. So here we are. I'm on my computer. I've got Chat GPT open. Here it is. I'm lucky I got on. It took a few times actually to refresh and get in. And then we've got Google here. So the first thing I want to test out is a simple kind of search that might affect us niche website owners, people looking for the best product. So, for example, for my site, the popcorn site, Best Corn Popper, a search might be, what is the best silicon popcorn maker? So let's put that into ChatGPT and into Google, and let's see what we get. Okay, so of course Google gives us an article, probably an affiliate article, I'd imagine. Here we go. And I've got to scroll around, take a look, and then they've got their picks here, and then you can click through to Amazon and obviously buy it. I actually thought I was going to jump to review then. They've got me cooked. Now, it looks good. You can see who's reviewed it. Collier Sutter, by the look of it. And it's very visual, and I guess it would help me choose the best thing. In fact, but now I look at it, these are not silicon popcorn makers, are they? They're not silicon popcorn makers. There's one here for silicon. They're not all silicon. So Google has kind of failed there. Let me just go down to the next one. Best popcorn makers, best popcorn. I wanted a silicon one. What do you not understand? Okay, let's see what ChatGPT gives me.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Now, for a start, it's a little bit slower. Okay, it doesn't want to be tied there. It would depend on individual preference. It would be best to read reviews. Okay, so there's the Chat GPT response. It actually took about 20 seconds to come up with that. And it's not been specific about any. Maybe if I expand. It's not going to give me an opinion on this. Okay. But it does give some information there on how to make a decision. So I'm not happy with either. Let me just try one more little popcorn search. Okay, what is the best microwave popcorn? It's probably not going to commit again. And we'll go to Google as well while this is thinking. What is the best microwave popcorn? That's my affiliate site coming up. Okay, best microwave popcorn. This is better. I mean, it's on the actual search. And again, we're going to go through to an affiliate style site, I'd imagine. You can see people are trying it. Okay, that's good. Let's see what Chat GPT. Okay. It now is making some recommendations after it didn't want to commit before. It's interesting. Okay, that's good. I mean, with ChatGPT, you can't see the products, whereas with obviously websites, you can. Not you, this one. With websites, you can see the products, so that's better. I mean, I'm going to have to give this, the first test, to Google, I think. And I think for a little while, we're going to be okay as niche website owners because people, when it comes to looking for products, they want opinion, they want experience, and all that kind of stuff, which I'm afraid AI can't deliver. So in round one, which was your what is the best X for Y or what is the best product, I'm going to give it to Google. So number two now, I want to know how to play the classic Still DRE or Still Dre by Dr. Dre on the keyboard, because I think at parties that'd just be so cool.
Guess who's back?
So let's start by asking ChatGPT, how can I play Still DRE on the keyboard? Okay. And I'm going to copy that so I can put it into Google. Still DRE is a song. Yes, I want to know how to play. It has a chord progression of C minor, A, B, E, which is common in many hip hop and R&B songs. If you're familiar with playing the keyboard, you can play the melody and chord still using the following notes: C, M, C, E, G for the verse. What? C minor, A, B, E. That's a ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I get it. Unfortunately, I don't have my key. I don't think my keyboard's big enough for this particular song to try it out. So we'll leave that. But let's have a look what Google offers on this. I've got it in my clipboard. A video, of course. That's what Google's going to offer. In fact, all videos, which is probably the best way to learn how to play music. Let's have a quick look at this one.
All right, so I'm not teaching it in the wrong key. This is the correct key, but it is slightly off pitch, okay? A little out of tune, if you will. So we start on this B flat minor chord. B flat's in the left, D flat, F, B flat in the right. We only have 3 chords here.
Okay, yeah,
Right
this
hand
sounds
stays
good.
the same. Left hand
This
passes
is
to
very
C
visual, and
on
it's a
our
perfect
to
way to learn, isn't it?
F sus, our second chord.
Go for it. Let's go.
So we have F's in the left, C, F, B flat in the right.
Yeah, I need my full-size
And the
keyboard.
right hand resolves
Where is
to F
that?
minor. And that's our third chord, F minor. So we have B flat. Left hand.
Now I'm
moves
just going to
through
skip it because
C
I want to hear him
down
actually
to
play it.
F sus.
Here we go.
Except really fast. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, so let's look at these chords. What we're doing is we're pulsing on eighth notes. So we're pulsing.
Let's listen.
And play.
Perfect. Again, Google wins this. Google wins this hands down because the visual learning experience is so much better than just notes. I mean, in my other video the other day, I asked ChatGPT for the notes for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and that worked. That worked fine because they're very simple notes. But for something more complex, video is the way forward, and Google delivers video very well. So round 2 goes to Google. Okay, so number 3, I'm going to try a little bit of code. Very simple code, just some HTML and some CSS for a blue button. So can I get some code, or let's go specific, some HTML and CSS for a blue button. Okay, and then for Google, I mean, you can't really ask Google, can I, or please give me, or anything like that. Less of a chat experience, isn't it? So it's having a little think. So it's having a little think. That is the thing with Chat GPT. It does take a little while. I think it's just at the moment because there's so many people trying to use it. Okay, we're going. That took nearly a minute. But look at this code. It's so clear. You've got the copy button there as well. This looks great. This looks great. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, yes. And it gives you a little explanation too. Let's see what Google can do. Okay. Nothing custom. Nothing custom at all. I've got to go into W3 Schools or whatever. And this is green. So I'd have to click here. Oh, no, I can't do that. You have to basically customize it a little bit. Whereas with Chat GPT, I mean, it's still going. Wow. Chat GPT, it's all here with instructions of what to do. It's a clear winner, I think, on the coding side of things. Chat GPT wins. Okay, so far, 2 wins to Google, 1 for Chat GPT. Let's see how Chat GPT does in this one, which is basically looking for a recipe. What's the best recipe for chili con carne? You see, I wanted to do things that people actually do. You know, they look for recipes all the time on Google. So let's see. Go for that. I'm going to copy this and put it into Google. It's slow. It's slow. Here we go. A chili con carne, which means chili with meat, yes, in Spanish, is a hearty and flavorful dish. The best recipe for chili con carne would depend on personal taste preferences. It's very non-committal, isn't it? It doesn't give you any views or anything like that. Just the facts. This looks fine. This looks good. I mean, I roughly know how to make a chili, so this all looks good. Additional toppings. Then the instructions in a large pot or Dutch oven brown the ground beef. Yeah, this is all perfect. I mean, you can't see what it's going to look like. It gives you just the one recipe, and it obviously doesn't commit that it's the best. Let's have a look on Google now. Best recipe. And of course, again, Google doesn't really commit to the best, but it does. I've realized I spelled chili wrong as well, but ChatGPT and Google are fine with spelling mistakes. Yeah. It just gives you a choice, and it's very visual. You just click through. I mean, the problem is, of course, when you go to a website, although this one's quite clear, there's ads, and a lot of recipe sites have a whole load of blurb at the top, so you have to do some scrolling. But in terms of choice and kind of the visual appeal, Google might win this. I mean, I do like the conciseness that you get from ChatGPT. So it's kind of, I don't know who wins this. It's very close. I want to say actually ChatGPT because it's quick when it's not got so much capacity, or not over capacity, I should say. It's quick, and there's the recipe. You could just print it off or just look at it on your phone and make it. I mean, but if you need a bit more, if you want a bit more choice and a bit more visuality, is that a word, visuality? Maybe get some opinion, because a lot of recipes have reviews, then Google is going to be the one for you on that. I'm going to put this down as a draw. This one's a draw for recipes. Okay, so now let's ask it some big questions. Some big questions. So, who is WP Eagle? I think this is a big question. Now, of course, ChatGPT only learned stuff up to what? End of, I want to say 2019. But maybe it's a little later than that. Now, I've been going, how long have I been going? 6 years, 7 years. So there should have been information about me out there at the time that ChatGPT was learning. So it should be able to answer this. It's having a good think about it. Oh dear. Doesn't know anything about me. As a username or pseudonym used by someone in a specific online community or platform. Okay. Let's try Google. Ooh, who is W Eagle? I've already searched that before. And it's brought up my YouTube channel. It's brought up this site, which is about me. It's brought up my Twitter. So a pretty clear winner on this one. For this specific question, this specific fact, looking up people, then Google is the winner. My next thing is a very kind of advanced query, and I'm pretty sure I know who's going to win this. But basically, I want a Facebook campaign to sell Popcorn Theme, which is our affiliate marketing WordPress theme. You should go check it out if you haven't seen it already. So I'm going to ask Chat GPT to create a Facebook ads campaign to sell an affiliate marketing WordPress theme. Okay. And I'm hoping it's going to get specific. This is good. Okay. I was hoping it might create the ads. I'm going to ask it to create the ads. Give me some example ad creatives. I've just done a quick edit there because it was taking ages, but now it has started to push out a whole load of great ad ideas. And this really is where AI comes to it kind of its own and is better than Google. Google cannot do this. I don't even know if I should even try. Facebook campaign to sell affiliate marketing WordPress theme. It's just too specific for Google to even get its head around, and it's just going to start recommending themes. Doesn't even answer the question. For stuff like this, Chat GPT all day, every day. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to say Chat GPT, or in fact any AI tool, because Jasper can do this too. Just ask for some ad copy and it just cranks out some really good stuff. Okay, so next I want to do some translation. Do translation all the time. I live in Spain, so I want to see what gives us the best translation. So let me just get some text into my clipboard. Okay, I'm going to paste in some Spanish. This to English. Okay, it's doing it. Let's do the same in Google Translate. I mean, Google is instant. That's one thing. Okay, when I was a child, my mum thought that young people should play a sport, and shouldn't this encourage me to play soccer and taught me to work as a team? But this is all good. Okay, so Google has forgotten the context there. We're talking about mum, so that should be she. So it's got that wrong. Let's have a look at ChatGPT. ChatGPT's got it right. She also encouraged me to play the piano, which helped me to improve my coordination between my brain and body. Okay, as I grew older, I became more interested in hobbies and began spending more time on them. It's hard to read on Google as well. It's all squashed. Then I became more interested in hobbies and started spending more time on them. As I grew older, I became... What's the actual Spanish? Luego me interese más. That is getting older, isn't it? Okay. So, I mean... I play sports like I learned to play other instruments. My biggest fears as a child were dancing, swimming, and cooking. I like the Chat GPT one. When I was little, were dancing. I mean, it's similar, but this reads better. Hobbies have helped me learn a lot and feel much more self-sufficient and confident in my own abilities. Hobbies help me learn a lot and feel much more self-sufficient and confident in my own. That's very similar. There's not a lot in it. But I've got to say, I do prefer the Chat GPT output. So for translation, I'm going to give this one to Chat GPT. Okay, so next up, I'm just going to do a very simple question just to see where, how quickly you can get a decent, quick answer for a quick and simple question. Simple question is, what is 421 minutes per kilometer in minutes per miles? Very simple. Okay, here we go. 421 is equal to 651 minutes per mile. There we go. Okay. Let's see what Google can do. That was a very concise, clear answer from Chat GPT. There's no answer. No answer. I know Google does sometimes give answers, but not that time. So for this specific question, it's Chat GPT. Okay, so now I'm going to ask a question that is based on current stuff, current information. It's relevant for today. So I know that Chat GPT is going to struggle with this. The question is, what are the COVID-19 entry requirements for Japan? Ooh. Now, I know ChatGPT is going to struggle with that. Let me just copy the question. This is as of 2021. Okay. I know that ChatGPT is not good for current information. I mean, on arrival, COVID-19 testing is no longer required. I mean, it doesn't give a clear answer. You're going to have to dig into this website, have a look around. But yeah, for up-to-date current information, you can't beat Google at the moment. Now, of course, when ChatGPT is able to crawl the internet and learn stuff continuously, then it's going to be different. But for now, current questions about current stuff, Google. Okay, thank you. It's given a lot of information there, though, but that, again, is out of date. So let's move on to the final thing I want to test out, which is, again, going back to my popcorn-related website. There was an article I created a while back, which was all about getting popcorn out of your teeth. So how can I get popcorn out of? It's a very important question. Oh, no. This is the problem with ChatGPT. It's not quite ready yet. How can I get popcorn out? Let's try again. Okay, use floss. Yeah, perfect. 2, toothpick. These are all good. 3, rinse your mouth with water. Yes, good. So let's give him 5 ways. For now, that's fine. Google will hopefully return, let me get the right question. Hopefully return one of my articles from Best Gone Bobber, but let's see. Just floss it, gives us a straight answer, or clear answer straight away. Here's my site here. Now, I guess if you want more information, you want a more visual guide, which is like this one here from my website. Google is the one. If you want something quick, concise, and easy, then ChatGPT. I guess it really depends on what you want. I'm going to put this one down to a bit of a draw. So I've got no more things to test out right now. We've gone through 10. It was pretty close. It obviously depended on what we were looking for. Is ChatGPT a Google killer? Of course not. Let me wrap up with my final thoughts back on that camera. So what do you think? Are Google's days numbered? Well, of course not, because Google will keep ahead and they'll develop their own AI tool, and you'll be able to do all that stuff that we do on ChatGPT on Google soon. I'm sure of that. But what do you think? What's the future look like? I think it looks like a combination of both search results and AI generated answers. It just depends on what we're looking for, because as I've just shown, Google is still good at, or in fact better than ChatGPT at a number of things, and then obviously ChatGPT is clearer and more concise on others. So I think a mixture is probably the future, but I would love to know what you think. Do leave me a comment. I do read all the comments that I get, and I will try to reply to as many as I possibly can. I am going to be doing some live streams this year. Don't worry. I know I haven't done any yet, but I will be. And to make sure you don't miss out on them, click that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this fun video, then it was fun, wasn't it? I found it fun. If you enjoyed it, do click that like button. It really does help me out from an algorithmic point of view. Until next time, see you later.